everybody, it's me, Dilly, and welcome back to my channel. Anyway, today we're going to be doing my January TBR. I'm so excited for this. I'm going to pick 2 books of my choice to add to my own TBR, and then I'm going to be drawing however many I really feel like I can get done in the month. But I'll probably pick about 4 or 5 random books from this little drawing bucket of all the titles on my shelves that I have. So yeah, it's, I could read anything, you know? There's a lot of options in there. So for my first pick, I'm going to try and get to in the month of January. I'm going to try and read The Midnight Library by Matt Haig. I've had this on my TBR for so long. This is about, I think there's a girl main character, Nora Seed. I think she dies, and when she dies, she goes to this, like, library. And each book on the shelf is a different way her life could have been lived. So she kind of gets to look back at how decisions really affect the way our lives play out. It seems like an somewhat emotional book. So I'm really excited to get to this one. Also, this one just gives me, like, for some reason, this one just reminds me of winter. I don't know why. I feel like I need to read it in the winter. This is my first pick. It's a pretty short book, and if I really like it, I should get through it pretty quick. The next one I have in my TBR is This Wicked Fate. This is by Kaylin Bayron. I have read Cinderella is Dead by this author. I also read the first book. Obviously, I wouldn't be reading the sequel if I haven't read the first one. I've read This Poison Heart by Kaylin Bayron, and this is the sequel. It's a duology, so this is the last. It's like wrapping up the whole story. I'm not gonna lie, This Poison Heart was a little slow, but I found myself so invested in the story. I loved the ending. Since I can't spoil this one, I'm going to talk about the first book, This Poison Heart. It's about a girl named Bree, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Bree. Oh my god, I'm so smart. It's a Secret Garden retelling, as well as just like a bunch of Greek mythology mixed into it. Not like a bunch, but it's there. It's present. Her name is Briseis, but she goes by Bree, and she has 2 moms. So LGBTQ+, that's always a good thing. I love her moms so much. So Bree has these strange powers that she can, like, walk past a dead plant and it'll come alive again. She can literally do so much. She can make plants. She can grow, she can be like, ah, and then it'll grow. You know? So she's very gifted, with her powers, and it's really interesting to see how far she can go with her powers and where the limits fall, you know, where the line is drawn. Eventually, I think they are, like, given a mansion house. So, I don't really remember the first book all too well. I read it, like, a year and a half ago. So, it's kind of, like, lost itself from my brain. But I know I loved it. I just thought I would wrap up a duology or a series that I'm in, because it's always nice to do that, so there's one less thing you have to worry about. So, I thought I'd wrap this up, and hopefully I actually get to it, because I'm actually very excited to read this book. And I don't know what Katie Colson's book club pick for the month is. I'm in her Patreon. I'm a Duchess. As of right now, I don't know what book it is, but if I find out before I post this video, I'll try to put a photo up on the camera for you, or to see what that book would be. But that's also going to be on my TBR. Hopefully I read it. I usually don't, but I would like to. And now I'm going to draw maybe 4 or 5 different books. Okay, let's draw a book from the bucket. Oh, that's 2. That one was really hanging on. I'm going to pick the other one that just fell, because that other one was really hanging on to my thumb. So let's pick this one here. This is my favorite part. I love doing this. This is so fun. I'm completely fine with picking Wonderstruck by Brian Selznick. But I'm confused because I forgot to take the $4 sticker off of this. I went to Half Price Books. But I have The Invention of Hugo Cabret and Wonderstruck, and I don't know if these are at all related. Like, seriously, I have no idea. So if they're not, then yes, I will read Wonderstruck. I just feel like they kind of look, like, extremely similar, so I don't know if they're, like, a series or not. This looks really intimidating, but it has a lot of illustrations in it. It's really not going to take long. I think this is a good start. I never would have thought of reading this month, but hey, maybe I'll love it. Because I need some more books that I don't think I like, but then I love. You know, it's always a fun feeling. Here we go. Oops. Let's see what it is. So I have Dreams from My Father by Barack Obama. I haven't read anything by Barack Obama yet. I have, like, all of his books. I just haven't read any of them. I think I'm glad I'm reading this one because I think this was the one he first wrote. And this is kind of a story of growing up, I'm pretty sure. It's a memoir, which is fantastic. Oh my god, I can't wait to read this. Yeah, I've kind of just been putting this book off. I look at my Michelle and Barack Obama shelf all the time, and I'm like, dang, I've only read one book on that shelf. So yeah, it's finally time. Hopefully I read this because I think I would have a great time, and I really want to read about his life because I've only read about Michelle's. Let's do this one. Alrighty, Roo. Oh god, kill me now. Divergent. Zoe, what are you doing? I have never felt the urge to read this book. I always thought I would hate it. So maybe I'll read it and it'll be a pleasant surprise. Maybe not, but hopefully it will be. I don't know. I love, like, this reminds me of the Hunger Games, obviously. I feel like everyone relates this book to, like, the Hunger Games in some way. It's a dystopian world, so obviously you kind of, like, see that. Plus, it's just an older book, so it's in the same, like, time frame as the Hunger Games when that was published. So, in 2022, I actually read Legend by Marie Lu, or something like that, and I think the writing was fine, but I think it's just because I didn't like the writing overall. But what are you doing back there? Anyway, I read Legend. I didn't like it. And now I'm worried about reading, like, older dystopian novels because I'm scared I'm not gonna like them. Just because of that one book, Legend. I just don't like that. I really despised it, actually. It made me mad. So I'm just scared that I'm not gonna like this, and I think I've just put it off all these years because I really don't think I'll like it. I'm just gonna go in with a blank slate. No opinion, no bias. That's a lie. I'll probably go in being like, oh my god, this is so stupid. Not too excited, but you know what? It's okay. Oh my god. Anyway, let's pick 2 more, and then I need to go get ready for work. Let's do this one. Pray for me. I don't even have to turn it around to know what that says. One last stop. I was right. I'm not gonna lie, I am very hesitant about this book. I've heard good things, I've heard bad things, but mostly I've heard bad things. Plus this is just, it looks really thick. So I'm nervous that I'm not gonna like it. I have Red, White, and Royal Blue by this author, and I really want to read that, because that I've heard fantastic things. But this, I haven't. So I'm scared. Anyway, this girl goes on like a tram. What's it called? A tram? A train? A subway? She goes on a subway or something, and she meets this girl she really ends up liking. And then I think she like meets her again later on in the book in the same area or something, and she realizes, hey, you're a time traveler from the 70s. And you need to get back to your time. But I'm interested to see towards the end how they're gonna, like, you know, they're gonna fall in love. Is this time traveler gonna stay in the present with her? Or are they going to go back to the 70s where they came from and just, like, forget about the person they fell in love with on the subway? That's not a good explanation, but it's what you're gonna get, because I really don't know everything, obviously. Hopefully I really like it though, because it seems like a good time. It seems like an interesting concept, and you know, it's interesting to add some like mystical time travel aspect into the book. So I'm super excited, a little hesitant. You? I wasn't looking. I was just like trying to figure it out. So the last book I ended up picking was The Storm Crow by Kaylin Josephson. I got this for Christmas a couple years back, and I kind of forgot I owned it. In her kingdom of Rodair, magical elemental crows are what keep the city running. For her entire life, Thea has known she will hatch a crow, train it, and become a rider, a warrior. But then the Aleutian Empire invades in a calculated attack. They kill all the crows and destroy the eggs in a horrific fire that also robs Thea of her mother and mentor. When Thea's sister, Kaliza, becomes the new queen of Rodair, she is forced to agree to a marriage between Thea and the Aleutian heir in an effort to save her people. Prince Erison, sorry, is rude and cruel, and Thea can't imagine traveling into a heart of an enemy city after so much has been taken from her. But before she leaves, she finds a crow egg in the rubble of the rookery. In Elucia, she must hatch the last crow, hold her own against the crown prince, and ignite a rebellion to take back what is hers. I know the sequel is out for this. I'm pretty sure it's just a duology. This looks really good, sounds really good. It says, a rider will rise, a rebellion will begin. Not to mention this cover is just stunning. I love this cover. Once again, I forgot I owned this. I just kind of put it off to the side and forgot I had a choice to read it. So hopefully I get to this one because this one really intrigues me. I feel like so far I picked books that I've really put on the back burner. So this is exciting. Hopefully this month is a good one. Here are all the books that I have picked for the month of January, and hopefully I really like these. I think I will. These are really good picks in my opinion, and it kind of like brings me back to some of the books that I kind of forgot I owned. Anyway, thank you for watching today's video. I had a pretty good time. I'm not gonna lie, I'm very, very hesitant to this TBR list. I feel like these are a lot of books that I've, once again, put on the back burner and kind of just forgotten that I owned and just like put into the side and just left to get dusty. So hopefully I get to a few of these at least and enjoy them. Cross your fingers. So that's it for today's video. I will see you next week. Hey, and let me know what your January TBR is, as well as your New Year reading resolutions or just resolutions in general. Thank you all for interacting on all of my videos so far. I have had a really fun time posting videos and having people answer and respond. I will see you next Monday on my channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye!